Hi everybody, here I am again with part 3 and the Holy Spirit guiding the organization, guiding brothers to be appointed. This story is one that I didn't know was so prevalent, but is absolutely prevalent in the organization, and it is actually a huge problem. So one of my friends had a worldly father and a Exjw mother. And the kids would go to meetings with the mom. Well, one of the elders in the hall who had a family was always nice to everybody. And he had kids that my friend, we'll call her Mary was friends with these kids. So when they invited her over for a pajama party, for sleepover, where there was going to be a bunch of other girls, no one thought anything of this at all. So Mary went to this sleepover at this elder's and his family's house. And during the night, he went and he tried and was starting to touch her inappropriately in a bad way. Except he kind of messed with the wrong person, because this girl screamed and this girl fought. Because Mary's a little tough girl. She called her parents. Her dad isn't a Jehovah's Witness, so he didn't have this mental brainwashing of, oh my God, we can't go to the police. Oh my God, we can't call the police on our brothers. He immediately knew, I have to call the authorities. So he called the cops. And the cops came and arrested this dude. Well, it turns out he was also doing the same thing, but I don't want to say the word because I don't want this video to be taken down, but you know what I mean. He was doing it to one of his kids as well. So this poor family went through so much because of their elder father. One of the kids ended up, I do not like this word, but we have to use it so that videos don't stay up, unaliving themselves because of all the trauma and because of what this kid had also endured. He went through the same thing. And the elder dad went to jail. The mom got a divorce. This was just a horror show for the whole family, for the congregation, for my friend. You know, you have to go to court, you have to testify. But he was now a registered sex offender and locked away. And so my friend, she stayed a Exjw and grew up and ended up getting married. So Mary, she was sitting at the meeting one day with her husband, and I think that something like that stays with you and really changes you and affects you for the rest of your life. It's almost like demons you have to battle forever. But we are also taught that the kingdom hall is our safe place and we go there to have peace and safety. So she's sitting at the meeting with her husband, and in comes the felon, the ex-elder, the dude that had a restraining order against her, by the way. He comes into the meeting, released from prison, with a new wife, a sister, that had no idea who she married. No idea. Whoever was in her congregation and in his let her walk right into that. That makes me furious, by the way, because even if she decides I still want to marry him, she has every right to know who he really is. And this sister had no idea. Well, my friend, she almost got like a panic attack, Mary, when she saw this man come into the kingdom hall when he's not even supposed to be near her. And she really starts freaking out, and the elders had to calm her down. the perpetrator is around children, talking to the children, and my friend Mary is just melting down, rightfully so. And the weird thing is here too, did the Holy Spirit let this sister marry this man? And did the Holy Spirit guide her to find a brother in the truth? I mean, we always kind of learned that we would pray, and even the reinstatement of this man. I mean, I understand, yeah, okay, you can forgive people and whatever, but do they even need to go back to the meetings? If you are a felon, a registered felon, shouldn't you, for this particular thing, shouldn't you just sit at home doing phone hookup? But instead they say, go in service more, don't miss meetings. And those are the places I don't feel like a person like that should even be at all. And this story in particular is what I learned. So many J-Dub stories are like this. Honestly, if you look, and I'm gonna try to find it, but there was one who was already convicted and they knew that he was doing this, and they appointed him as an elder, and the brothers said the Holy Spirit appointed him. I have it in writing. I'm going to try to find it and post it because it was shocking to see. And even in Australia, with the over 1,000 people like this that did harm to children, specifically in this way, there were many elders among those. And, this is the whole reason how I woke up, is because of an instance like this that I didn't know was so prevalent. And I was so upset that this man became a ministerial servant. And honestly, probably he's an elder by now.
And why did he become a ministerial servant and perhaps even an elder? Because he checks the boxes. I go in service. I have a lot of hours in service. I do microphones. I give nice comments. Not, I'm very kind. I take care of elderly people. I mean, it's just so absurd. It's like the checklist for what deems a good human being in the organization. It's really just working for free for the organization. That's really what it is.
I was so upset. And I said, how could you guys appoint him? You know what he did. And the elder said to me, he was appointed with Holy Spirit. And I looked at him and I said, no, he wasn't. And it was almost in that moment that it clicked with me, this can't be true. This cannot be true. And I will link my episode with that instance. I will link it below because this is exactly why I woke up. And when I woke up and I realized, oh my God, this happens all the time. This is a huge problem. This isn't even if it was wrong once, it would almost be was the Holy Spirit wrong once? It should never be wrong. But this is really a major problem. So what do you guys think? What have you seen along with the Holy Spirit appointing people that you just knew it can't be? Please share your stories. I would appreciate it. Thank you.